All right. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Perfect, perfect. All right, cool. So I'm gonna pull up my charts. Let me sign in real quick. And we're gonna get this party started. Perfect. All right, cool. Markets look pretty decent. CPI came back today. You get a nice move up, but it looks like the markets may be a little bit weak this morning, man. We might finally see some selling pressure. All right, cool. All right, here we go. Pulling my charts up now. Let's see what we can catch, man. All right, here we go. So top down analysis, right? What is the market really trying to tell us? Um, all right, so here we go, man. 9:30. Cool. So when I look at these charts, all I see is a bunch of accumulation up above where price is currently. All right. Remove these drawings. Save. All right. So yeah, you see price give this accumulation move here. Power of three, accumulate. We take out the highs and we break structure, right? So at that point, I'm thinking lower. What's under here that hasn't been tapped into? We've already tapped into this gap and we made a move higher, swept the high. Now we're flipping lower. If this candle right here fails, right? If price continues lower, I'm anticipating price to hit this 10 a.m. price and this low right here. So this will be my draw. I would want to see price push down underneath 29,078. Same thing over here. Look at that. ES is already pushed underneath here. Now we're pushing into this candle. I would say this candle low right here gets my attention for ES. If price wants lower, right? We'll find out if price wants to go lower or not very soon here. Because if price wanted to maintain this specific zone here, Price could definitely do that and then continue back to the highs, which would be the next target up here. All right. It's Tuesday. What happened on Monday, right? Monday was a bunch of nothing, right? We take out this high. Doesn't really show you much. So Tuesday should give us a little bit more to work with. All right. I'm looking for some order blocks to trade off of here, which would pretty much serve as support and resistance, right? Let's clear some of these indicators. What are you guys noticing? There's no real order block here on NAS. We had this order block right here. This down close candle was sending price higher. We've officially closed underneath it. Now you're getting these up close candles here serving as resistance. So we had this and this, yeah. Let's see if these up close candles end up holding to send price lower. But as of right now, it really does look like a bunch of chop. Yeah, but I like how there's this massive SMT here. All right, you see how this low right here, we bleed underneath it. Same exact low on our twin chart here fails to take it out. That's a bullish indication right there. The market could try and go higher off of that. We'll see. All right, so I'm gonna zoom down here to the lower time frame and get ready to investigate. Same thing over here. These charts are super weak. Very weak. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Turn my indicators back on, mark off some levels real quick, and we will go from there. Chill vibes as always, right? I wonder if anybody tried to trade that CPI this morning at 8:30. If so, that was a terrible idea. All right, here we go. So you're starting to see that discrepancy, right? You see NASDAQ pushing up real strong here. ES chilling off of this weekly open. The same weekly open that sent price flying yesterday. So, I mean, technically, if price wanted to rip from here, it could, bro. This weekly open was a strong price point for ES. 7,403. You see price hit this bottom a few times and push higher. See the resistance coming in again here. If price wanted to flip here, we may be able to catch that, but let's see. We got this London high here. Volume looks pretty decent so far, so hopefully we are in and out today with the fire trade. London's low was taken out. I mean, technically, yeah, if this wanted to go, you start to see that exhaustion at the lows, right? See price refusing to go lower right now. This could be an easy buy if this continues to hold. All right, boom, boom, boom. Let's go to hourly, mark off some hourly highs real quick. And I will likely just wait until 10 a.m. before I try to pull the trigger on anything just to get more information. But so far it looks like we could start bottoming here. The 6 a.m. high. Nice. Yeah, we're chilling. Let me take a look around YouTube, see what these other traders are up to. Look at that. People are already in buys. That's crazy. Dude is already in a buy. Everybody else is chilling right now. No way I would be buying this yet. Notice we are underneath this EMA. Before we were holding this EMA pretty nicely. Now you can see we are underneath the EMA, trying to get back above it, but under it so far. Under it so far. CPI came back higher than expected, which is bad. That means inflation's going up. But we'll see how the markets actually respond to that. That doesn't mean the market would actually sell off today. It could find a reason to pretend to be strong today. So I just got to give it a little bit of time to see what's up. I like this. I like this setup here on NASDAQ. You see this weekly open here? We've already broken it on NASDAQ, right? Held it for a few hours or so, broke higher, slam underneath it. Now you see it being served as rejection, right? So if this level can hold up, I think we end up doing something like this. That'll be clean. Just a break and retest for lower, and then we could target this area here. Same thing over here. We're waiting for ES to break it. It probably is going to just break it randomly. And then we start trading lower here. 4 hour, yeah. Daily, yeah. All right, so that's what I'm looking for here. Let's see if we can get a play off of that. It looks like, which one's stronger here? Overnight session, they both make highs. Looks like NASDAQ is slightly stronger on the pushes to the upside, but yeah. I'll probably look to trade ES today. Mr. ES, boom, boom, boom. Nice. All right, cool. So yeah, the tables are set. Not really. Look at that rejection, right? You see the rejection off of that weekly open? I think we're going to end up pushing lower for the first time in like 7 months. Finally, we got some news that's actually bad, though. So it makes sense, right? You can see how the narrative can change with a simple news report. And there goes that selling pressure. Let's go. Yeah. I see people in buys right now. Just, you got to be patient, bro. It's not really the best buying conditions right now. If you could just patiently wait here, we might get a trade right now. Let me see. Hold on. We took out those lows here for London. We have pre-market lows. This data low sitting down here. Yeah, this looks pretty weak, kid. I see everybody in buys already, and now they're panicking, getting out. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, guys? So yeah, I'm gonna chill, right? The catch is so if you really want to draw up a clean trade, you can just go to the 5-minute chart and you can say, all right, where was 930 open? Right here. Let me mark that out. Market open. What did the market do? The market immediately runs higher, which is the algorithm kicking in, right? The market likes to go opposite of where it wants to go. Right? So at first it'll go opposite. You'll see 930 tend to push higher, make people think it's going one way, and you get a sharp reversal, and that's when the algorithm's kicking in and price should start trending lower here. And you just want to get a good entry price on whatever trade idea you can put together. It's all about your entry price, right? So what I'll do is, like I said, you don't want to really rush into it, because if we're right, there's a lot more downside that price could take out. So you really don't want to rush into it. Price could sell off all day today. All we need is a small piece of that. So I'll just wait here. Maybe 10 more minutes. It's 9:49. Yeah, like 10 more minutes, you'll start to see price give you the next phase, right? So you just wait for this candle right here to close on the hourly chart. This candle will close in 10 minutes. And then from there, let me clean up my chart so you can see. There we go. Nice. All right. And there goes this, right? We said this looks pretty weak. What do you know? It's selling off pretty smoothly here. I think everything's going to be a little bit weak to start off today. So far, so good. So far, so good. Cool. Now, look, everybody that jumped in those buys early are panicking and getting out of their trade. Like, no, no, no. Don't do that. There we go. Look at that pressure stepping up. Let's go. All right. I definitely want to get in before these pre-market lows are taken, but we understand that. So this is a game plan, right? If you wait for 10 o'clock, what you're doing is you're waiting for that new higher time frame candle to open. And once that new candle opens, you'll typically see price go opposite. So if I'm bearish, if I think price is going lower, if I wait till 10, you'll typically see around 10 o'clock, you'll see price go opposite the way that it truly wants to go. And then when it starts to flip back down, that's when I'll get in on my trade. And I'll just be looking for something like this. Ideally, right? That's the textbook setup. That's what we trade every day of the week. It'll be something like that. That's if price decides to wait for 10. Sometimes you might get a complete dump right now, like over here, right? You see it's not 10 o'clock yet, but the market is just already on its way. It's wasting no time, right? That can happen, so that would cause for a different game plan. But right now we still look like we want to hang out in this area over here, so we should be able to draw something up, I believe. So on that note, yeah, I'm gonna stand by until 10. Man, so you can see, right? Price is moving pretty fast here. It may end up just getting exactly where I want to see it go before I can get in, which is fine. You'll probably get some sort of bounce once price taps into it. But ideally, like I was saying, I want to see these areas left alone until 10 o'clock. And then I want to see something like this, just a small pullback. I'll short it and target down here. Similar to how we saw here, right? Price pretends to go higher here and then slams lower. That's the algo kicking in. So I'm looking for the same algo once 10 a.m. opens. I want to see it push up into here and pretend to be bullish and then turn around and sell off. I see everyone in buys literally getting smoked. Literally, like I'm watching it live. Everyone was buying this move up. So let that be a lesson to you guys. Read the data, understand that the data was not a good reason to buy. So wait for the market to show you whether it wants to pretend to go higher or actually go higher. Here you saw price go higher, but the best way to trade is, a simple break and retest. So once we break this high, you wait on the retest and you can see that the retest tells you that this was a scam. The retest tells you that we're so weak right now. And it's selling off. Come on, bro. So now I gotta keep my eyes open for the buys. It just depends on how the algorithm shapes up here. The power of three is gonna give you the answer almost every single time. So with 10 a.m. opening right now, I want to see 10 a.m. offer some sort of manipulation or fake out. That fake out is where I'm going to be looking to go opposite of. This move right here is nice, man. It's tough. Tough. If you were to short it, I would have probably sold it right here. But that right there is a little bit too late. That's why I want to wait for a drive up and get a good price on it. All right, we're chilling. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. You want to see that algorithmic run higher here. But because we've already taken out this low here, it may not run too much higher. I was hoping it didn't take this out. We'll see, man. At this point, just have to hope that it gives you a chance to get in after 10 a.m. I think it's just gonna dump, bro. Man, what we got going over here? Okay, there we go. Show some life. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. 10 a.m. pushing back up. We got some areas of interest over here. Let's see what we get. Also, yeah, let me mark off this hourly. I forgot here. This might move a little bit too fast for me, man. You guys know me by now. I like a clean, undeniable setup. The moment it makes you feel like, oh, I need to get in before it goes without me, that's exactly when I decide I don't want to trade it, because that feeling right there is what makes you lose trades, where you're like, oh, let me just get in now because it doesn't seem like it wants to pull back. which you could be right this time, but then other times you're gonna click that sell button and it's gonna literally go the opposite way just because the algorithm typically pulls back a good amount before. But here it looks like it's not gonna pull back too far, and I just can't chase it. Just let it go. But you can see how I was able to identify that I wasn't gonna just wake up and buy like everybody else. Even though it's been working the past like 2 weeks, every day has its own protocol, you know what I mean? Like today was bearish protocol. And you could see it from the beginning. Man, what's up with this? It's gonna keep going, guys. It's cool though. Like I said, you gotta be patient because price can randomly just pop higher and give you a much better opportunity, and then you can sell it up here, and then boom, you're good to go. Don't sell the bottoms, don't buy the tops, unless you know 100% that price is already giving you that break and retest, right? So we got this break, right? We got this break lower. We're waiting on a retest. I guess you could say this was your retest, huh? That's the 2-minute chart. Let's go 1 minute. So we got to break through this low right here. Uh-oh. Gotta turn my mouse off or did the battery die? We got to break through this low. All right. Broke through that low. We haven't retested much of this range here. I mark it yellow. That's why I want to see price retest, right? Over here, it looks like we did break and retest. However, the break and retest must occur on both charts. I don't know though. We'll see. Let's see if this tries to flip on us. If you turn on your indicator, you'll see that there may be something down here price could be rejecting off of. Okay, so we got that previous daily low nearby. Yeah, let's see what happens, man. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. It's like it's tougher to short, right? I have these levels marked out for a reason. This is where I expect price to potentially turn around. These red lines and then the blue line, right? These session lows and then higher time frame gaps. We've taken out these session lows on both charts. If price wanted to start climbing higher, this is how it usually goes, right? So I'm keeping my eyes on the fact that, all right, if we break past this yellow zone here, price will likely just continue to the next red level, which will be up here, the next session high or the next hourly high. All right. It's literally a matter of how price responds after taking out certain things. Put this hourly high up here. That'll be the draw. Really nice, really nice, really nice. All right, good job, man. Good job. No trade so far. Good job being observant. I see people in the same people who were buying here are selling the bottom and getting smacked in the face right now. Look at this. It's crazy, bro. The same ones that were buying too early are now selling too early. These same ones. These same ones, guys. Look at this. My boy in a short, which it could play out, but you're short. He shorted the actual bottom, right? This is what I was thinking, right? I was thinking, oh, it might run away. The moment it makes you feel like that, just, I'm telling you, take your hands off the computer. The markets are very psychological. You know what I mean? They want you to feel like you're gonna miss out so you can get in at a bad spot. Whereas you could have been short right now. This will be a better entry right up here than way down here. You want to be short up here somewhere or up here. All right. So far, there's nothing for me to do here. I would probably just wait, see how this goes. I'm not going to chase price today. Right. I want to see this yellow zone get hit. If price does something like this where it just goes and never taps into here, then that makes it easy for me to just skip it, right? Because when we're trading, we're simply looking for the same exact algo, same exact pattern, same exact situation, every trade setup. Because what'll happen is if you get in too early here, you might get absorbed, right? Price may fail to go lower here and literally just start absorbing the shorts and just keep trending higher, take out this high. That'll be my cue to buy it, right? Come on, man. I really want to see that manipulation drive higher, but it looks like we might be absorbing here. Let's see. I like that ES is tapping into this yellow zone, but at the same time, why is NASDAQ not tapping into it? That's a red flag for me. It makes me think we're probably going to keep going higher. So we'll see. If you turn on the timestamps, you'll see that 10 a.m. is starting to become a barrier, stopping price from going lower. We do have this EMA compressing price as well. If we're going to go bullish, I want to see price obviously get above this EMA. Over here, you see the EMA flipping after such an aggressive move lower. You see a nice pivot off of this 10 a.m. price. So this is solid. Like this is a trade right here in itself, right? You see this drive down here. What did it take out? This drive right here takes out nothing over here. You get a nice flip. This is your area of interest right here. You expect price to hold any drive back into it. You get a small drive into it. Same thing over here, tiny drive into it at 10:06, but you see the reaction out of it, right? Yeah, there we go. That's nice. This is moving pretty fast. Let's check the 15 minutes. Okay, so there's a 15-minute fair value gap here on both charts. So maybe this ends up just climbing back higher and then rejecting to go lower. Everything looks pretty weak, man. Even these pushes back to the upside, you're pushing right back into bearish areas where we broke lower. So this could simply just be a break and retest, break lower, pull back, continue lower, break and retest. Power of 3. So looking at this here, yeah. You have these areas here. This is where price could reject. As you can see, we might even start rejecting now. This gap may not fill. All right. So there we go, right? You're literally seeing the market play mind games, right? We saw price push higher, make people want to buy, stop out all the buyers. You see price break lower, make people want to sell. But if you're selling, it's because you weren't patient enough for the retest. right? Here's your retest happening right now. And it looks like ES is starting to rip this zone. Yeah, good job. Good job. Let's go. I think we're going to flip bullish here, guys. I like how ES is pretty much giving us clues that this first zone here at 956, remember we were waiting for this to be tapped. This zone right here is already getting broken through on ES. So I would anticipate if we can break it on ES, we'll likely end up breaking it here. Or vice versa. If it holds and rejects, I would anticipate it to reject here as well. All right. So yeah, I think we're about to start ripping here. Nice. We got this weekly open. We get back above this weekly open over here. We saw it used as support plenty of times. It'll use it as support again with a nice move above it. And it looks like that's exactly what we're going to get here. Good job. Good patience. It looks like the market is showing its hand finally. And if you were patient, you should be able to capitalize off of this without taking too much heat here. All right, yeah, so I'm going to draw one up here once we start closing here. We got 22 seconds left. Let this candle just print. And then once it's done printing, I'll start drawing up something here. Really nice, right? Really nice. And then I would probably just target this weekly open high up here. There should be some divergence here. Yeah. We take that. We'll see if we can draw something up here. Don't want to get too happy on the buys, right? You always wait for a retest of everything that price tries to tell you. So you get this first break here. I need a retest for me to confirm it's bullish. Still in this bearish area here, so we need to break this if we're bullish. Yeah, I really like this, man. We got the hidden SMT. We got a sweep of that session low. We got boom, boom, boom. There we go. We just need that pullback, right? There we go. Yeah, let's get this pullback, man. Come on. So now I would start looking at these areas here for the buy. Make this green. Highlight this high right here. All right, yeah, so here we go. Looking for a drive back into here. A strong drive, right? You want to see price try its best to break down in here and then just completely fail. And then that'll let you know that price is ready to continue higher. All right. It's only 10:17, so we should see a decent retest here. You don't want to see price in a rush. You want to see price give you a very algorithmic break, retest, and climb. If it's moving too fast, let it go because it's usually a trap when the market starts just running one direction way too fast. Boom, boom, boom. There goes the retest. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get this party started, man. So if you're bullish, you need to see this area right here completely reject and show that it refuses to go through it. So I'll start switching this over to a bullish idea. Oh, there it is. There we go. Nice rejection. Let's see if we get this candle close here. Starting to show the nice reactions, but you need to close. ES is what I'm going to be buying. This high right here, and then you got really is this high. Yes, this high right here. Right. Yeah, this. Yeah. So really, there goes that drive. Boom, 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 boom. Nice rejections, right? You see how Price you're giving Price a chance here to show you that it refuses to go lower. Still haven't gotten that confirmation yet, but you'll get it. When it's there, you'll see it clearly just run away. And I'm gonna start looking for buys up in here. And then what do we see? There we go. Come on. Oh, don't take off. Bro. It's trying to run without me. Hold on, just give it a chance here. I don't want to jump in just yet. It'll settle down here. Give it a chance. Hold on. Settle down there, donkey. Settle down. All right, so we got our level of interest here. We got the retest. Yeah, we got the retest. Really decent drive here. Waiting for this closure. Closures are everything because this could turn into a wick if you're impatient. So that's why you just wait for the candle to close through. So far, it's not closing through, so I'm chilling. My ideal entry price will probably be like 7408.5. Let's see. Yeah, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, guys. No rush. No rush at all. But I like the setup a lot. Notice the EMA, right? We were squeezing underneath it. Now we flip it. Now we tap into it. Now we hold it. You're starting to see that price is like truly choosing to reject lower here. All right. So now we're just waiting for this breakout candle, which is essentially that momentum candle that's going to tell you that, all right, price is ready to go. It'll start showing you strong closures through certain areas here that we have highlighted. I can close here. We anticipated this would be broken. It's officially broken. You do have this area right here that was a key player for the short. So you may get some more rejection off of this area here before going higher. Rightfully so. Happens. No 15-minute gaps. No 30-minute gap. Yeah, we're chilling. We are chilling. There goes that selling pressure. There you go, right? This is another observation where we get to see whether price is actually going to reject and start climbing, right? It's just building your confidence in this position right now. So if I were to get in here, it would be what? Like yeah, this will be like 4708, 4709. I'm at 7408, 7409. Stops underneath here, maybe like a 11-point stop. And then you just target these highs. So it'll be something simple. Probably like $500 for like $600 today. Very casual move. Don't want to get too greedy and start, targeting way up there. You just target the nearby areas of interest here. And then you have this 930 high too. Oh wait, we've already taken out that 930 high over here, so we're chilling. Yeah, Nasdaq took it out. I may even trade. It depends. Let's see. Let's see here. I might end up buying Nasdaq because if you notice, Nasdaq has already broken that 930 high, which is a key point. So now this high right here would be your target if you're gonna buy it. And you see here that Nasdaq is not pulling back as far as ES, showing you that Nasdaq has a little bit more strength. So maybe like a close above here and then a stop here. And then you can just target like something like this. Yeah, like 1.2. Yeah, something like that. So we'll see. We get a close. Boom. SMT closed through here. You see what patience does for your trading, bro. You pretty much let the market play as many games as it wants until it's ready to show its hand. But you gotta know that the market is gonna play games. That's a part of the whole algo. It's going to make you feel like it's gonna take off without you just so you can get in at a bad spot. And then it's gonna start bleeding against your position and stop you out. What price is this? Yeah, this is your key area of interest right here. You're looking at it. Look at how price slams underneath this 10 a.m. price once, and it was this candle right here. Slams underneath it, puts in a low, equal lows here. ES takes the low one more time. We close through it here, and now you're seeing that this is your pivot point right now. This is where you want to see price retest, hold, however long it wants to play in here. As long as it doesn't, excuse me, as long as it doesn't break underneath here, I'm cool with it. And then start climbing back higher, you'll see price just rip. All right, so I'm just looking for a good entry price, man. Boom, 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 boom. Shouldn't take too long either. So the longer it takes, the more skeptical I'm going to be about this position, and it's probably going to fail. And we'll start looking for a short again. But right now it's 10:25, so I think we're chilling. It's still pretty early. Price can waste as much time as it wants here, maybe an hour or so. But ideally, I wouldn't want to see price hang out here any longer than like 15, 30 minutes. I want to see it start showing that urgency to get going. Mm-mm. Man, I'm watching these guys get fried right now. People are not. I think who was in the short here? Lumi. Lumi was in a short. Yeah, Lumi's the only one in a short at a good price, bro. Lumi's probably one of the best, bro. Lumi's like short up here. She took a sell like up here somewhere earlier, right? She shorted up here earlier. So now, like, if it does want to continue lower, it can't really hurt you because you're at a good spot for the short. But for the people who were trying to sell it down here, they've already lost all their money. All right, here we go. We're pushing underneath this level. I would want to see some sort of resistance here. A lot of resistance, actually. Boom, 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 boom. Close through it. This looks so bullish, kid. It looks so bullish. My goodness. We're just waiting on that retest confirmation to actually buy it. Like right now, we're retesting it and it looks like it's actually failing over here, but over here it's still in shape. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I don't know about these bars. Starting to look a little bit too weak. Yeah, look at it. Look at it just bleed and bleed and bleed. Retest starting to look sketchy. So now that makes you wonder, all right, if I'm going short, where am I going short from? What did we do? What happened up here? Yeah, this wouldn't, I don't know. I don't know if I like this for a short. Just let it short without you, right? It's moving too fast. When it starts just going one direction, just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Good job, Lumi. Yeah, Lumi's the only one that caught a banger so far. Everybody else took like two losses on terrible, terrible trades. Meanwhile, I'm over here. I'm just waiting patiently for my system to show me something. All right, you can see. All right, whatever. I was thinking about buying it, but if the retest fails, then you want a break with a retest for an entry. There's no retest. It's just breaking through it. There it is. Yeah. I think it's gonna go bullish just based on the algo here. What do you notice, right? You'll notice price try and build some type of bullish structure, and then it'll break, and then the retest will fail. But right after it fails, what do you notice? Price will give you another bullish accumulation, a bullish structure, another pivot that tries to work and it fails. So these failures with a quick sweep, that's algorithmic for a reversal. What you'll see is price will give you this, sweep the low, and then eventually it's gonna give you a break and retest that's bullish that goes ahead and does the job. Right now it's just sweeping out the early buyers. We had this previous daily low, which is a strong magnet, and now that we've hit this level, it makes you wonder, wait, where's my previous daily level for NASDAQ? Did we take it out? Oh yeah, bro. Oh man, this is pretty weak. Look at what happened here. We got this push up. What did we tap? Previous daily low. We were already underneath the previous daily low on NASDAQ. ES was not. ES was above it. And now you see ES getting underneath it. Oh, this is crazy. Much more complex delivery today. Not ideal, if you ask me. Because if I wanted to go short, I would have had to go short. Let's see. This level held up. And this level held, yeah. I would have had to short it right here. We had this level from earlier, the 947 break lower. We broke this low, retested, broke again, right? That would have been where you needed to short. I wasn't going to short it up here because it gave us a clean bullish transition. So you want to see if this fails before you try to short it. Good volume though. Really good volume. My goodness. This is leaking. Lumi is so fire for that. She shorted at 29,168. 29,168. Right here. She shorted, which wasn't really the best short, but like I said, if you're gonna short, you need to be shorting close to this yellow zone. She shorted somewhere up in here. Nice trade. All right, so now remember, when I was looking for the shorts, I said price was either gonna sweep these red lines and then go back bullish, or price was gonna try to drive into this blue line. Now that we get this blue line being tagged, naturally I have to look for the algorithm to try and go back bullish. All right, so I'm gonna erase all of this, clean up my charts, and see if we can catch. I'll keep this bearish area. This is certified bearish. Price gave you a break, a retest, and a continuation, right? That's a clean short opportunity. If I wasn't, waiting for this to fail, because I was looking at this for a buy, right? If this wasn't the case here, then I would have been able to short that. But we had a bearish area and a bullish area right next to each other. So in those cases, it's best to just wait to see which one actually breaks so that you're not guessing, right? So now we get the confirmation that the shorts are good from up here for the most part. So if you do end up seeing a buy opportunity, that's probably the furthest you should hold your trade. Let's say you bought it here for whatever reason. You should probably target right here and then get out of your trade because it could tap into here and sell off again. Clean break and retest. Not bad at all. The only thing is I haven't been able to find my entry model so far, which is a good thing, I guess, because no trade is just as good as a winning trade in my book. Let me see what the chat is up to, man. Did you guys take a trade? Let's see. It looks like Dale took a trade this morning. See if anybody caught the shorts. So yeah, higher time frame, right? Right now we're on the lower time frame, just observing price. But on the higher time frame, you're gonna see prices starting to push into some very important areas. Beautiful imbalances here. See if we can find some order blocks. No order blocks, just pure imbalance. Activity here. Yeah, so far so good if you ask me, man, because we literally said that price is likely gonna at 10 a.m. Price is going to push up, pretend to be bullish, and go bearish. The one caveat was 10 a.m. took out these red levels, right? If these levels weren't taken, I would not have been buying. I would have been 100% short until these levels get hit. But because it got hit, that changes the narrative a lot. So you could potentially draw up a buy. Like if you were aggressive, you could have bought this. That would have been a nice fat $700, $600. If you were aggressive on seeing price hold this level, anticipating a bounce, you could have bought it, right? But I don't do that. I anticipate the bounce, which I called it out. I would rather wait for the retest and then catch a trend. That's how price typically trends, right? Break, pullback, break, pullback, break. Same thing with the short here. You see it. It's a break, pullback, break, a pullback, and a break. So anytime I'm looking for a certain idea, I'm looking to get in up on the pullback. Good job, those shorts, man. The shorts were pretty clean. If you were 100% looking for shorts, you would have gotten your short. Now let's hope it doesn't just bleed all day because it really, really could, man. It's markets have been so strong lately that a day like today. All right, so here we go. This is where I would start looking for another buy, right? Power three, man. Power three. Power three up until price hits those higher time frame targets. We've hit all of these targets here. I can erase this one. This one was hit well before I was ready to trade. Right. So these red levels here are the only levels I would target, including this blue level as well. Once those get hit, you should expect price to start changing its behavior. Either it's going to hit this level, stay up under it, and then continue lower, or it's going to tap one of these levels and you're going to see a sharp move the opposite way. Similar to what we saw here, right? We hit this weekly open and what happens? Price sharply reversed, trending lower. So you're looking for that same type of urgency here, and it'll give you a clean idea. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, look at that. Some of you guys caught the shorts, man. There you go. Right now we're starting to see. All right, yeah, I might long this. Hold on. So notice there's not much in our way here. We have no real order blocks in the way, just a bunch of imbalances that were created. All right. I would expect these imbalances to get ran through if we're truly bullish. So now I notice one thing here. Let's see. We have this attempt to go lower here. You're getting SMT off of this attempt to go lower. This could rip, guys. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get ready. You get this divergence at the low, which catches my eye. You get this closure through the divergence candle. And then now you should get a retest of some sort. If this retest holds, I'm long. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, I need to drive lower. Come on, kid. Don't do that. Need to drive back into here. What time is it? 10:39. Oh man. Let's see what happens. I see somebody getting ready to short this right now. Bro, these guys are crazy. Bro's about to short it up here, which he could be right. I don't know. I don't like the shorts just yet. I want to see this level retested. If this level fails, then yeah, it's going to keep shorting. Boom, boom, boom. Right. So notice what we're tapping into, right? We break this previous daily low, which is a key level on the higher time frame. We break this blue line, which is a 4-hour gap. And now you see price trying to get back above it. That's a beautiful sign, right? If we go to our left here, you'll see this happen before where price will, where's that weekly open here? So you see this weekly open, you see price slam underneath it and then slowly try to recover it. And once it gets above it, look how far price is able to go. Massive runs. These are massive runs. That's a nice chunk of change right there. And it probably goes higher. Look at it. Just keeps going. So now that we're underneath here, right? We fell underneath here. You see price looked like it wanted to go back above it. It failed again. And now we're taking out this level, which was a magnet underneath this green level. You got the weekly open, then you got the daily low. This weekly open literally could have failed just because price wanted to come down in here, tap into this previous daily low first, and then it could get right back above and then go on about its day, right? That's how the market likes to move, right? Even though it's bullish, it'll give you very aggressive moves against the buyers just because it wants to tap into a certain area of interest. And there goes, yeah, I'm about to long this, guys. Yeah, ES is stronger though. Which one's stronger here? ES is stronger, guys. I'm about to long this. Which one do I want to buy? 10 a.m. price. Oh man, which one do I want to buy here, bro? All right, I gotta buy ES, man. I gotta buy ES here. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna long this, kid. Yeah. Once this candle closes, I will buy this, and I'm going with a stop underneath this level right here. That's a fat stop loss, kid. But you see the sense of urgency now, man. And then target this like 9:30 price. I'm waiting for this 2-minute candle to close here. 44 seconds. I'll probably just get in above this 10 a.m. price at 73.96.25. Let's see. Hold on. Nice rejection here. Might get a better fill. 73.95.5. Let me get a whole number here. 73.95 even. 12-point stop. Let's see here. We tap into here. Nice rejection. I would anticipate this low to hold here. Create limit order. How many contracts? For 500. 6, 7, 8. Let's go 9. 9 micro ES. And we're looking for like 18, 19 points. That's a lot of points. Let's see how price responds here. Price could want to pull back one more time, so just be patient. I'm not really in a rush, but I do have everything I need to see here for higher. We get the drive into these blue area. We get a shift, and we might even have my indicator giving that shift. Oh no, we got a trend shift to the downside. Got a 2-minute. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm chilling. I'm looking for a flip back bullish up here. So I'll probably just put an order up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna put an order up here. Buy stop. There we go. So what I'll do is, there it is. So once price, I need to see price hold this level, of course. But if price holds this green zone once again here, let me check the higher time frame. What's happening? Nothing, right? Yeah, we're chilling. Yeah. So I like how we climbed back above this previous daily level. We respected this level pretty nicely. I want to see this level continue to hold. If so, I will be getting in at 73.95. But this level must hold, of course, right? So 9. Yeah. The green box a must hold, my friends. And then that's going to pretty much give us the confidence to jump in the buy here. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, I see people going short right now. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I feel like if we are going to go lower, it'll rip through here, so it won't even bother me because, you feel me, I'm not in a trade once again. But the way price is selling off here looks like the algo doesn't want to go lower because every time we get a sell, it's super fast and it takes out a low before retesting. All right, so here you see we get a break higher, but we haven't taken out anything before retesting. That's a beautiful shift. Beautiful shift. All right, let's see if this holds or not. It's a big zone here, so I'm not really afraid of these pullbacks just yet. Just don't want to see price get underneath this green zone. Yeah, shift, boom, 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 yeah. You even got a secondary shift right here. I didn't even notice that. You got this shift up here where now you get like a double buy protocol as long as this green zone holds. Oh, maybe the shorts. I don't know. What are you guys thinking right now? What are you guys thinking right now? Is this just gonna keep bleeding or what? Or what not? Yeah, people loving these shorts right now, man. I don't blame them though. I don't blame them, man. The markets have been so bullish. Right. So you can see price trying to hold this level here still. We got a slight closure underneath, so I'm gonna be cautious, but you can see that all right, if we can start giving a stronger move than we just saw here to the upside, all right, you saw this nice strong move lower. If we could see price just really, really start to rally here, you can start to see something like this. And that's what I'm looking for. All right, so you can see how price breaks higher, retest, and instead of breaking through these lows, you're starting to see price try and go higher again, absorbing those sellers. That would be a typical continuation algorithm right there, where like you probably see it tons and tons of times. Like here is a good example. You get a break, a retest, a break, a retest, break, and that's enough points for somebody like me. You don't need to catch the whole move. Just need to catch the right part of it. 5 minute chart. Let's take a look. Get off that 1 minute chart for a little bit. 5 minute chart. What do we see? All right, so 9:30. 9:30. We flip, push into here, close through, and then now we're starting to get this bullishness here. Small 5 minute closures, actually, not too much. But on the 5 minute chart, you want to see bullish candles start closing through bearish. Yeah, There goes more invalidations of the buys, and it's just bleeding here. Just bleeding, which is that's fine by me, man. I can't short the bottom. Of course, looking back in time, you're like, man, I could have shorted up here on the retest. Would have been like right here. You got the break, the retest. Your short would have been like here. If I was only looking for shorts today, this would have been the short. Shorted back into here. Done for the day. $700, right? But when you look at how price has been delivering on these shorts, this is not how I wouldn't draw up a short like this, right? Because we're taking out the objective before you get that retest. So we broke here, took out this objective. I'm like, don't want to short there. So naturally, those are gonna get away from me every time. And then here I'm looking like, all right, bro, if we keep absorbing these shorts, like it looks like it wants to sell off, but then it doesn't. Looks like it wants to sell off, but then it doesn't. You're gonna get a buy. Because at this point we should be just running by now. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, price should be on its way if it's gonna keep going lower. So this setup right here, I'm gonna erase it. I'm not gonna trade this. Invalidated the retest. Good job. Blah blah blah. What I want to know now is, does price have another bullish shift, or are we just gonna continue lower? If we are, maybe I can draw up a short, but I would need to see another break lower, right? So far we haven't offered much of a break of structure. This low right here is still holding over here on ES. So I'm chilling, bro. I really don't want to even short this at this point. Too far gone. Look at it, bro. Come on, kid. Look at it go. Good job. If you caught this short today and you held it, I'm not sure where you would have gotten in without guessing, to be real. 10 a.m. opens. If you'd have had like some type of order sitting up here, like Lumi. See, Lumi had a sell sitting up here somewhere. And then when it pulled back, tags you in. That's a good trade. Other than that, I don't see much of an entry, man. So I probably won't even catch a trade today, to be real. I got like 30 minutes left in my session here. Sales got away. All the buys have failed to give me an entry confirmation. And if you look, like nothing's really happening other than 9:30 opens, push up higher, break lower, 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 right? The scary part is it's like when it breaks, when it starts to push lower, it just runs, right? There's no real opportunity to get in before it takes out that low. It's just running directly to the lows. The best trades are going to be the ones that give you a break. Like let's say you're waiting for a break. You get this break here, and then before taking out these lows here, you see price push back into it. Those are the ones I'm looking to trade because I know it left behind something that price is usually, taking out. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we're chilling. I can't really complain about this. There's nothing for me here so far. It's like it's clean, but it's not clean at the same time. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get a very sharp reversal, guys. Don't sleep on the reversal here. Don't sleep on the reversal. All right, let's see here. We're starting to get some divergence off of this low. Boom, 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 boom. Oil. Oil was going up in London. What do we do in London last night? London was what? Bearish. Asia bearish. Bullish. Yeah, nice. So oil's on the rise here, which should just continue to crash our market. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think we're done here. I don't think there's any point in trying to buy this now. You get that confirmation. We start closing above these highs here on oil. That's telling me price is really interested in higher, right? It's 11 o'clock. We gave price every chance it needed to show us its real move, and the real move is pretty much right in front of us right now. Maybe I can get a short over here. Let me see. I might be able to get a short on might be able to get a short over here on the Dow Jones. Yeah, I might be able to get a short over here. Hey, bro. Let me see that. What? Let me get that. Hold on 1 second. All right, so this over here is not showing any sign of weakness, which is a good thing if you're looking for buys, right? So maybe we do start to get some exhaustion here. I would wait patiently, but I only got, what, 20 minutes left. I doubt if it's going to give a clean setup in the next 20 minutes. And then over here, like I said, I would probably want to short because of how weak everything is. And this one's giving you no sign of weakness. It's funny. It sold off crazy, right? Look at this entire drop, and then it just starts to bottom right around this previous daily low. So I wouldn't feel like I need to short this either unless it gives you an actual break and retest. Notice we haven't broken anything. It's just chopping side to side. A break maybe could be about to happen, but so far there's nothing. And then look at this right here, man. This could try to give you a push. Let's see what's up above. 30-minute gap. Hourly gap in 50 minutes. This could bottom out, man. Because the sales have been too clean, if you ask me, right? There's no real entry that I would have taken. So now maybe price flips aggressively here. Let's see. So this is where I will start looking for a flip here. Notice this move lower here. This is what gets my attention. I will be buying ES if I can see a clean setup here. Starting to see that exhaustion. Starting to see price absorb these sellers here. All right, now I want to see price start to flip here. Let's see if we get that. It has to be a strong flip, right? You want to see extremely bullish candles. You don't even want to be able to hide the fact that price is strong right now. All right, there we go. So if I'm watching this closely, this is where I want to see price start to climb here. Boom, 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 yeah. Uh-oh, more bearish pressure. Let's see how this responds here. Got this gap underneath, which should start sending price higher if we're truly using this algorithm right now. You'll see rejection, good rejection, and you'll see price start literally running away from this gray area that I have highlighted. It'll start to just run like pew, pew. That's the reaction I'm looking for. Let's see if we get that. It's 11:11. It's a good time for price to start reversing. All right, put my stop underneath here, about 8 points. And then I'm looking for really for this most recent level up here. Sheesh. All right, yeah, let's see if we get that reaction here. Good pressure, good selling pressure back into this pivot. You want to see a clean wick. If no wick, then you want to see the next candle like so strong that it's undeniable. Otherwise, I don't think I'm gonna buy this one either. All right, cool. So let's see what this next candle does. You definitely need to see a strong bullish candle here. Otherwise, it's just going to keep bleeding lower and lower. And then maybe in the afternoon, you get that pivot. Rest of the market is bleeding red. Apple's slightly green, Netflix green. But majority of the market is weak today, which, as we mentioned, makes sense. All right, let's see, man. It looks like it's still weak, though. It's like it wants to try and push higher, but there's way too many sellers involved today, huh? See if this RTY can start to flip back above these levels here. Climb. All right, cool. 15 minutes left in my session, man. Hopefully you guys were patient today. Today's not a day where you get rich off of. This is a very strong continuation lower, but it's not really algorithmic in the sense that when price breaks structure, you want to see it leave some sort of lows. Instead, every time we broke structure, we took out a major low, break structure, major low, break structure, major low, which tells me to just chill on the shorts, because if you wait too late to short, you'll be you'll be getting slapped in the face after price sweeps one of these lows and then rips the opposite way. What about Bitcoin today? Let's check on let's check on Bitcoin. Screeners, stocks. Bum, Sheesh, yeah, this thing is bleeding, man. This thing is bleeding. Mm-mm-mm. Crypto sitting at 80K, chilling at that previous daily low as well. All right, so yeah, part of me thinks it's not gonna bleed too much longer, but you can't buy this right now. Look at it, yeah. You can't buy this right now. It just leaking, right? And like I said, every time we break a low, every time we break structure, it's taking out a low, which is a red flag. You don't want to trade those. So like the ideal sell situation for me would be this, right? We have this low on the higher time frame. We push up, we put this internal low, we break the internal low, retest, and then I can short it here, target the higher time frame low. That's A plus. What we've seen today was this, right? We have this higher time frame low, we get this internal low here, and then by the time price breaks this low, it's already down here. So now it's like, all right, I don't want to short anymore, understanding that price could literally pivot off of that higher time frame low and run the complete opposite direction. So that's why I didn't short today. And part of me still feels like this isn't this isn't really gonna keep going lower. This is what you call the trap signature. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm not gonna make any money today unless I short over here. I could short this. Don't get me wrong. I could short YM. YM is the one that actually has been shorting the most consistent. But it's crazy, right? All week, just look at it. All week, YM has been weak compared to what we've been trading over on NASDAQ. It's just been refusing to go higher, right? And then now on the day where the NASDAQ wants to go lower, look at YM. YM is chucking sideways. It's a scam, bro. And now we're starting to see the selling pressure. We might be able to take a sell here. Sell it back down to these lows. Let's see. Waiting for these lows right here to be broken. See, look, this is a clean setup, right? If this is your target, right? Let's say this is your draw. And you wait for price to give you a breaking structure here. Let's say we break here. We break these lows. Nice strong close through it. That would be a clean break of structure. If we can get a retest in here, that's where you want to be short. All right, you short it up there, target this low, call it a day. As long as it doesn't just like break this internal low and just run all the way down here, I like the short. However, we got 12 minutes left in the session, and I really don't know if this is actually going to go anywhere, but we'll see. Great patience today, though, bro. Great patience, great read on price. I told you guys price is likely going to sell off today before I even drew up my levels. Right. Only bad part I would say about price is it didn't give me a chance to short before taking out my targets, which happens. And typically when that happens, it's not really a short type of day. It's just shorting very quickly to get somewhere, and then it ends up being bullish after all. Right? When it moves a little bit too fast, that's a red flag every time. But I don't want to get caught buying this meltdown here. If price wanted to completely just lose its composure today and just completely melt all day, I can understand it because it's been so strong. Look at this, man. It's been so strong for so long that you're gonna have to have those days where it just loses steam a little bit, right? Look at this, bro. These are daily charts. So since March 31st, it's just been on a heater. It's gonna have to cool off. You're gonna start to see that pullback. Even though it's still strong, it just has to cool off a bit before giving you that secondary expansion, right? So all in all though, man, perfect example of how to just chill when you're trading. You don't need to make money every day. The goal is to not lose money and then make money when the time is right. A solid move back underneath this 10 a.m. price would be intriguing. It would be definitely something I would consider shorting. These guys over here are just dead in the water. They are not stopping. And here's another example of every time we get a break, it's taking out a major low. So yeah, I'm chilling. Yeah, we're chilling. Definitely looking like no trade today. I love this sweep here. Look at it, bro. Look at this, man. Yeah, they're just out of whack today, bro. This is a perfect example of how you know something's not right. This thing right here should be bleeding way further than Nasdaq or ES here. Notice we haven't shown any strength all day, just pure weakness. But yet over here we're showing a lot of resistance for no reason at all. This right here, YM, if you're trading YM has been the weakest of all. Like, look at the daily chart on the YM compared to what we just saw. All right, it's been chopping since April, failing to continue while these guys over here have been nonstop going higher. So what's the hold up today? Like, why won't you sell off today? You have to be aware of stuff like that, Boom, boom, boom. Pure chop, bro. On a day like this, you would love to see YM just give you a clean short. Mm, 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 mm. This is unbelievable, bro. It's still going. Why won't you short? It's okay. Watch, as soon as I get off the charts, I'll come back later, and this is going to be the perfect sell opportunity. It's just not gonna happen before 11:30, which is scam activity. What are you waiting for here, buddy? It's all good. I'm gonna start wrapping this up, man. It's over. GG's Nasdaq. See what tomorrow has in store. I'm just gonna go back and look to see if I missed anything, but it looks pretty solid to me. 9:30 opens up, flips here. That was your first area of interest. We tap it twice, but that second one was following this sweep, so I didn't really give it much credit. Then you have this one over here. You have same thing over here at 9:30. Yeah, I'm chilling. There's nothing I could have done here. Actually, textbook on my part, because I still could have shorted here, but understanding that certain levels have been swept saves you from a headache. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we're chilling. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. I doubt if anything happens in the next 5 minutes that gets my attention. Look at it, edging these lows. Go ahead, just break the low, bro. It's crazy. So yeah, no trades for me. I will take a look right now at tomorrow's news forecast. We have PPI tomorrow, which should be just as good of a volume that we got today. Same type of volume. And yeah, we're chilling after that. Yeah, it should be a clean day tomorrow. Nice. Boom, boom, boom. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna just enjoy the rest of my day here. You guys be smart, man. If you did catch the short, bravo. Hopefully you're still holding. This thing looks like it could actually just be lazy today. Completely trend lower and lower, lower, lower. All right. So on that note, take care. God bless. Enjoy your afternoon. I am out of here. Look at this. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Nice.